Okay, example 9.5 on page 290. It says, consider the reaction of powdered aluminum metal and finely ground iodine to produce aluminum iodide. The balanced equation for this vigorous chemical reaction is 2 aluminum plus 3 iodine yields 2 aluminum iodide. Next, it says we should calculate the mass of iodine solid needed to just react with 35 grams of aluminum. All right, so I'm going to write down that I've got 35 grams of aluminum, and I need to find out how much iodine I'm going to need to react with that. So, in our steps, we have a balanced equation first, and that's already done. So then the next thing we need to do is we need to take the given amount, which is 35 grams of aluminum. We're going to need to change that into moles. So we're going to go to the periodic table or to John, and we're going to find the atomic mass of aluminum, and we're going to change that to moles. On top up here always goes 1 mole of a substance, and then looking at the periodic table or John, we're going to see that the mass of aluminum is 26.98 grams. Okay, and so then 35 grams of aluminum times 1 mole of aluminum per 26.98 grams of aluminum. The grams of aluminum will cancel out. You punch that into the calculator, and we're going to find that we get 26.98. That's going to be 1.297 moles of aluminum. Okay, we're then going to take that amount, that number of moles, and our next step, step number 2, is to look at the mole ratio from the balanced equation. And when we do that, we're always going to take the substance that we have, which is aluminum. And we're going to go back to the balanced equation. We're going to look at the number in front of aluminum, which is 2. And so down here is going to be 2 moles of aluminum. And on top at that position is going to be the number of moles of what we're looking for. And this is what we're looking for. So we're going to take that 3 from there, and we're going to put that here of iodine. So now if we look at the units, the moles of aluminum cancel out the moles of aluminum. All right, so if I get my calculator out, I take the answer to the previous one, 1.297 times 3, and divide that all by 2. I get 1.946. So 1.946, and that is moles of iodine. All right, and our last step then is to go from moles back into what we're asked for. What we're asked for is grams of iodine. So on the bottom down here is always 1 mole of that substance, 1 mole of I2. And if we go to John and look up iodine, we find that iodine is 126.9, but there's 2 of them, so we get 253.8. 3.8 grams of iodine. Check out the units here. Moles of iodine cancel out moles of iodine. So now we just need to do the multiplication of 1.946 times 253.8 gives us 493.9 grams of iodine. Now we should probably check that against what the book got. And do we agree with what the book got? They got 495. That's rounding error. We're good to go.